And I love you all and appreciate you so much. I really do. I've had some things written to say. And then Mark's going to say some things, and anybody that wants to come up and, express a memory or, share your thoughts, you're more than welcome and encouraged to do so. So we have plenty of food. We're going to, give our eulogies, and then.
Can't hear you.
Oh. Is this better?
Yeah.
And we'll give the eulogies. We'll play a few songs in his honor, and then you're welcome to hang around, mingle, get some food. There's plenty of food. We're going to have a couple of the ladies just handling it, so, because of COVID and everything, so we'll have people helping you with that. And I could, talk all day about my son and how wonderful he was, how much he meant to me, how much he meant to all of you. So I wrote some words down, and I hope he could hear me. Wade, my son, my child, I could spend a lot of time telling you of my broken heart, the days spent sobbing, the shock and confusion, listening to sad, meaningful songs and going through all of your beautiful pictures and videos. The deep hurt that I will carry with me for the rest of my days. People tell me that I'm strong, that I need to stay strong for our family. I don't feel very strong right now. I'm gonna keep trying for you and the crowd. And for everybody. People always tell me how kind and sweet you are. And some will say you get it from me. But I think it's the other way around. I think I got it from you. My heart became so full of love for you that it changed me as a person. I had loved my family and friends very much and grown up with love. But my love for you was so much more. So filled with joy. When you and Will came into my life, it was the greatest love I'd known. Our friends from high school would probably agree with me. He got his inner sweetness from Steve, because he was the sweet one, and I learned that. When I was pregnant with you, I had this feeling of euphoria, like a natural high. Being your mom brought me the greatest joy right from the very beginning. I'll never forget the day you were about 3 years old. You came in my bedroom and saw me crying saw me crying in the bedroom. And I used to put both of my hands around your face and give you kisses. So you put both of your sweet little hands on my cheeks and said, "Don't cry, Mommy. See, I'm smiling." So you smiled too. You were trying so hard to show me how not upset you were at seeing me cry, and that you kept smiling and holding me until I felt better. I wanted to give you the world and teach you everything I knew. I wanted to learn so much more than what I knew, so I could keep teaching you. You changed my life, and you changed me. As a child, Wade, oh, sorry. was always so sweet and cheerful and inquisitive, and he loved learning new things, or how to do things. When he was 7, he asked for a microscope, a rock tumbler, and a science game instead of toys. He loved music and took up the violin and saxophone. He'd occasionally have afternoon jam sessions with Megan and the other band kids on our deck. When he became older, he played the guitar and keyboards, which Mark and Julio both helped him learn a lot. One summer, he broke his ankle in a car accident and devoted his recovery time to learning to get better at the guitar over at Brittany's. When he was little, he played Little League at Fort Des Moines, where he also taught me not to be an asshole baseball mom. He taught me how to just, chill out. And you remember, you were the asshole baseball dad. Taught me how to chill and just enjoy the moment.
He said, umpire said he was throwing balls.
Yeah. Well, they only call good calls on their friends' kids. He loved playing with his brother and friends, and they had imaginary adventures and skating, frisbee, all the fun things kids do, fishing, video, tearing around the neighborhood over on the south side, and the parties, the Halloween parties, and they had the best parties. There was such a great bunch of kids, some of whom he remained friends with his entire life. I loved how every Christmas when Wade was little, he would paint a tree and decorations and tape them to his wall. And he would dress up his younger brother, Will, up in a red outfit and a Santa hat, and dress himself in brown, and he'd make himself some antlers and a red nose. And then he would pull Santa Will and a sack full of toys on his blanket sleigh out to the living room, where they would put on a little bit of a show and then give me my Christmas presents of toys. And I'm sorry, I was like rushing through this like crazy. I know you're not in a hurry, and I don't even know why I feel like you are. And he would have Halloween parties. We'd have them over at Cindy's with Megan, and all the kids would come over and dress up so cute. And he would make us a Halloween graveyard and paint funny little sayings on the cemetery, and as for their names on the little tombstones. And then we would paint these butternut squash, and he'd always make these cute little monster faces on our butternut squashes. In high school, he did well in school, and went to Lincoln. He took ROTC, and he started his first job at Custard's over on 14th through, I think it was JoJo that got him that job. And then his second job at Ironworks that Ryan's family helped him get, and they decided they were going to teach him how to weld. He was underage, I believe, at the time. He was 15, not quite 16, but they had caught him making a sword on his lunch breaks. And so instead of firing him or punishing him, they decided they were going to teach him how to weld. So many times, people have told me the impact Wade left on their lives, the kindness he showed them, how he inspired them to do better or treat themselves better. He was very giving, and often brought home a friend, a cat, a dog that needed a place to live, whether it was for a few days or a few months, until they could get back on their feet or find a home. He once risked his own life to save a stranger's life. He was taking environmental science out on a field trip, And a young woman in his class fell off the side of a ledge to a very deep, unsurvivable drop. And in a split second, he grabbed her arm and pulled her to safety without a thought of his own. As a child, I had put him in swimming lessons at an early age, and he once saved his brother Will and Cody Weir's life from drowning. He saved so many in one way or another. In adulthood, he enjoyed spending time together as a family, going to art shows, music events, grilling, playing frisbee at the park. Yes, I did that even when I was old. And whenever he would introduce me to his friends, he'd say, "This is my mom. She's my best friend." He'd always say, "Ma." He'd always call me Ma. He'd call me up on the phone, "Hey, Ma." When I heard the news, I just heard his voice over and over again saying, "Ma, Ma," all day. He would say that I inspired him, but he inspired me. There was a couple of his paintings here, one with the hearts and the sad young man, and the other one was a college art project where they had to choose a master and copy it so that they could learn, from the greats. And he knew that my favorite artist was Gustav Klimt, so he chose Gustav Klimt. And when I saw how beautiful that it turned out, it inspired me to paint another one of his great works, and then they hang in our living room side by side, and I was supposed to give them to him one day when I passed. He inspired me. During the pandemic, I started playing the ukulele, and I played music as a grade schooler, but nothing like that. So he's inspired me because I wanted to be a good example, of continuing learning and trying new things even as you get older, and be a good example for Odin and the girls. And he got a kick out of that. Wade was always great with kids and became a father when Odin was born, but he'd already become that to Ashley's daughters, Zoe and Tila. He loved being a parent, playing with them, teaching them, helping them be the best version of themselves. I remember how he enjoyed winding down the day sitting next to a fire around Ashley and the kids, surrounded by Ashley and the kids. Oh. I love you, Wade. Of all the reasons I'm proud of you, Wade, your devotion to your children made me the most proud. Zoe, Tila, and Odin absolutely adored you. I love the sparkle in your eyes, your smile, your easy laugh, your gentle ways, your many hugs, your determination, your creativity, and optimistic energy. And even with all of that love and ability and energy you poured into life, you still struggled. You were human. You had your fears and anxieties, your disappointments, your obstacles, and the pains that you suffered and the heartbreak that you had gone through the years. Those things were a part of you, but they did not define you. I will miss you with every moment for the rest of my life. Until we reunite again, I love you with all my heart, and I wish that I could have saved you. I'm sorry. Just realized I have my fancy shoes and then I still wore my sandals. All right, well, this is Mark. Wait, step back.
Steve, did you want to say something?